The Buzz is proudly sponsored by Cayman Insurance Center, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services. And Kirk Market. Experience a world of choice. And Cayman Enterprise City, Cayman's innovation hub. Discover your opportunity at enterprisecayman.ky.
And now, Radio Cayman presents The Buzz, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local environment. This is where we address the topics that matter. Here's your host, Kathy Miller.
Good morning, Cayman. Welcome to The Buzz. I'm your host, Kathy Miller. It is Thursday, July 23rd, a beautiful day so far out there, and thanks for spending some of your time with me this morning. We have some open line in the first 30 minutes, so give me a call if there's anything on your mind that you want to share. And I don't know, were you guys loving that Barris Hammond right before the show started? I definitely was. I would like to say I definitely could use just being wrapped up in somebody's arms right now and going right back to sleep for the next few days. That's what I'm going to say. But here we are at work, bright and early, up and at 'em, getting the day started. So with open line, if there's anything you want to talk about, anything that's on your mind, the numbers to call are 1-800-534-8255, 949-6990, 949-8037, and you can WhatsApp call or WhatsApp text me at 925-3261. Now we're going to ease into the morning with a look at some of the lighter stories that are making news around Cayman and a little bit of what's going to be happening around the islands this weekend. So, World Cup may be over. You're not going to get no more biased World Cup review from me. That's no longer happening. It's over. No more World Cup. It might be over, but the Commonwealth Games, they begin today through to August 2nd, and the Central American and Caribbean Games begin tomorrow. Altogether, the Cayman Islands Olympic Committee announced 35 athletes who will represent Cayman at the two major international competitions over these next couple of weeks. So the Commonwealth Games are being held in Glasgow, Scotland, and the Central American and Caribbean Games in Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. I want to shout out one person from Scotland that I know that's absolutely going to kill me because I thought he was from a different country, and you know how you know how they can get when you get the country wrong. So I'm going to shout out Rich Dyer right now of Massive Media. Rich, how you doing? You're my favorite Scottish person. Just in case you didn't know. And I know you're always listening to us, so I hope you do hear this, but you are my favorite Scottish person. How's that? All right. He'll know why I said that. It's a little joke that we had just yesterday. So, as mentioned, the Commonwealth Games are being held in Glasgow, Scotland, the Central American and Caribbean Games in Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. In the Commonwealth Games, Cayman is sending a delegation of 20 athletes competing in 3 sports. Those events are swimming. We have, and I might get some of the last names wrong, so I apologize in advance, but in swimming, representing Cayman, we have Kyra Rabis, Sierra Broadbelt, Harper Barrowman, Riley Watson, James Allison, Connor McDonald, Daniel Kish, Will Sellers, Luke Higo, and Elijah Bain. In gymnastics, we have Justin Spencer and Sienna Santiago. And in 3-on-3 basketball, we have Brian Lansdale, Brian Ebanks Perez, Alwyn Buttram Jr., Nathaniel Hurlston Anderson, Leandria Watson, Jamie Rankin Mays, Kaylin O'Connor, and Cortisha Ebanks. I'm just going to say Cortisha's been a teammate of mine from 2008, 2009 when I used to play on Lady Heels basketball team. That's right. To flag football, to more basketball, to more flag football. Absolutely love Cortisha. It's awesome that she's still playing basketball and that she's on this 3-on-3 team. So let's go Cortisha. And the rest of the athletes, of course, representing. So the Central American and Caribbean Games begin tomorrow through to August 8th. And Cayman will have 15 athletes competing across 6 different sports at those games. So those athletes are, in sailing, we have Sierra Murphy. In swimming, there's Adam Sellers and Katerina Galatopoulos. In squash, we have Jade Pitcairn, Lara Connolly, and Kaylee Pierre. Beach volleyball, we have Dylan Linney, Jasario Ebanks, Luna Ebanks, and Joanna Robinson. In gymnastics, there's Karthik Adapa. And in 3-on-3 basketball, there's Derek Ebanks, Justin Collins, Davian Cottrell, and Shadow Garrow. So some of those names are absolutely familiar to me, especially when it comes to swimming and basketball, because, you know, your girl can't play anymore. I can't even shoot a ball anymore. It has nothing to do with my nails, all to do with my shattered wrist from 2018. But this is coming from a former 3-point champion who cannot even shoot a basketball anymore. I just, the fall from grace was big for me. So now these competitions, they're really, really important in their own right, and especially for these athletes as they're being exposed to the global level of competition that they have to deal with, not just in Cayman, not just regionally, but also globally. These are some really, really, really big games. Commonwealth Games are huge, and the Central American and Caribbean Games are also really, really big. They're in their 25th year for that. So there's something about that's been around for 100 years, but they're celebrating 25 years. I didn't understand that part of the press release. It made no sense to me. But anyways, it's a long-standing competition. So these competitions, they can help our athletes progress to the ultimate kind of games, which is the Olympics, and maybe even to a pro career. So if we consider how absolutely amazing some of our Cayman athletes are doing right now, we have Jackson Cover making history as a first-round draft pick in the NHL to the Ottawa Senators. This is hugely legendary, one of the biggest sport moments ever in Cayman's history. Caribbean regionally, a huge historic moment. Then we have Jordan Crooks, a world record holder. He's returned to swimming. Thank God. I'm so happy for that for Jordan Crooks, because I feel like there's just so much more in swimming for him, and I can't wait for him to discover it all and to unleash it all and to break many more records or just accomplish the goals that he has set. We also have Jaden Reed, who is the world lead in the men's 200 meters right now. I actually was supposed to double check that last night to make sure he is still the 200 meter world lead. He was last week. But there's a lot of the track and field circuit is open right now. So there's a lot of, it's Diamond League that's going on, I think it is, right now. So there's his time might be beat, but I can double check that in the break if he's still the world lead. So that's Jaden Reed with the world lead, but both him and Devontae Howell are running sub 10 times in the men's 100 meters. And their times right now are on par with Olympic finalists, the last Olympics, in the 100 meter. So we have at least 2 Caymanian athletes that we're, I'm very hopeful in seeing in the men's 100 meters and at least the men's 200 meters in the next Olympics. I feel like this is going to happen for Cayman. I'm putting it out there. No pressure. Then we have Josh O'Garrow, who became the first professional basketball player from the Cayman Islands, playing for a professional team in London. Not just semi-pro, but pro. So Cayman's athletes, they're doing very well. So in saying that, we got to give them a lot of love, a lot of support. We have been competing at the Commonwealth Games since 1978, and we have had some great moments over the years, including Kareem Street Thompson's bronze medal in men's long jump at the 2002 Commonwealth Games in Manchester, and Sidani Mothersil's historic 200-meter gold medal in Delhi in 2010. That was Cayman's first Commonwealth Games gold medal, and I remember that moment like yesterday. Oh, that was amazing. Man, that was such an amazing moment for Cayman and for Sidoni, for sure. So, over these next coming weeks, keep an eye out for our athletes, follow their results, and send some positive energy and prayers their way. Because trust me, as an athlete, we feel them and we need them. I also want to turn, right before the break, I just want to give people a bit of a warning. We know that there's some scams going around, right? I still got that weird parcel scam, the postal parcel scam, yesterday actually sent to me. And the RCIPS is there continuing to alert residents about an ongoing scam involving Google Meet video calls. We did do a story about this. It's up on our website if you want to go look for that. But just to give you a bit of a summary here, according to the press release on rcips.ky, it is reported that the suspect initiates contact with victims through video calls and instructs them to turn on their cameras, confirm personal information, including bank account details, and click on a link provided by him. He allegedly claims to be from a legitimate agency. I don't know if that means a bank or another financial institution, but as it is a video call, the suspect is on video. You can see the guy's face. It's partially covered with a mask, like one of the little breathing masks. So you can visit rcips.ky for the image of the suspect and report any calls like this to the police. Your bank will never do a Google Meet video call with you, ever. Neither will government or actual legit agencies be asking for your personal information and your banking information over a Google Meet video call. It's not going to happen. Do not share passwords, verification codes, banking information, or access to your screen or device. Do not click any links, please. Be suspicious of anyone creating urgency, asking you to transfer money, or telling you that you need to act immediately. Hang up and call your bank directly and report it to the police. No matter how convincing or urgent the caller may sound, always remember that someone's urgency is not your emergency. You can apply that to work and other areas of your life, but please remember, somebody's urgency is not your urgency. When I've had, apparently, my bank call me to ask questions or go over things, I have to be the worst. I probably am one of their biggest complainers about things, but I mean, get it right. So the thing is, if they call me immediately, I'm like, are you a scammer? I think you're a scammer. I want your full name. I want your direct number to call you back at, which they usually won't ever give me that. And, you know, what's the matter that you're calling me about? And then I hang up and I call my bank. And I say, I just got a call because of all the scams. I don't believe that it was a legit call. If it was, cool, we can deal with it right now. But that's how I deal with anybody calling me. I hang up and I call my financial institution or whatever business that it is representing me. I call them to make sure that they initiated contact. So that is my advice to you. Do not click on any links. And what are you doing answering video calls from people you don't know? Who? Come on, guys. Are you on a dating site? Is this why you're doing it? Don't do it. Even that's more dangerous. Don't do it. Okay, let's go to a quick commercial break right now, and then we'll be back in just a couple minutes.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
We have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future.
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance
or protecting your family's household investment.
From our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center.
Specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise at Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Get ready, Cayman. R&B, HBCU culture, and elevated island nightlife come together for the first ever HBCU Alumni Weekend, July 23rd through 25th. Kick things off Thursday at Bliss with DJ Shism from Tampa's 106.5 The Beat, plus special guest Lene Vanee and Major League Baseball Network's AJ Andrews. Saddle up on Friday for the R&B Rodeo at the Wharf. 4 DJs, 2 parties at one venue with sing-along classics and a mechanical bull. Hosted by Babs from Wild 94.1 Tampa and Tiny. Then Saturday, dress in white for R&B en bloc at Bacaro, an elevated evening with a 4-course dinner, welcome champagne, and after party. Grab your crew, plan your looks, and get ready for Cayman's hottest weekend of the summer. Get tickets now at CaymanHBCUweekend.com. Brought to you by Cayman Airways, the Cayman Islands Department of Tourism, and Executive Services.
The Buzz with your host, Kathy Miller.
Hey, welcome back to The Buzz. I'm your host, Kathy Miller, and we do have some open line right now. I did mention a little earlier as I was talking about the athletes going to the Commonwealth Games in the Central American and Caribbean Games. I was talking about how great some of our current athletes are doing right now that are out on university and not almost the pro circuit. But I did mention Jaden Reed having the world lead, and he does still have the world lead. So I just went and checked on that right now during the break. So happy to announce that he still got the world lead, which he set that record in April. So the man has held on to it for a few months now. All right. I love that. Okay. My next thing to bring up, if you were listening to me on Tuesday, you may recall a conversation that I was having with Alyssa Manderson, who's the programs manager at Enterprise Cayman. We were discussing their Pathways into Tech initiative and spoke of some careers in tech needed in Cayman that you can become qualified and certified for. I was curious about the salary ranges for those tech careers, and Alyssa sent me some of the info after the show on that. So if you're looking to upskill or change careers, or maybe you're just getting started in the working world, you might just be a student coming out of school, coming out of university, maybe you're not sure about what you studied, maybe your interest is in tech, whatever it might be. Here are some of the examples of the careers the Pathways in Tech programs can lead to and the typical salary ranges for Cayman. Now, I asked about salary ranges because we need to get paid. Bottom line, we need to get paid. The cost of living is astronomical. I don't think that's going to go down. I need to bring in a certain person, Richard over at RF Bank. Richard, you know I'm talking to you right now because he explained something about the cost of living never ever really going back down, but everything just adjusting to that new baseline. He explained this on a LinkedIn post maybe about a year or two ago, and it just absolutely sat with me. So I really need this guy to come in and break it down to us because I think this is great information. So Richard, I'm calling you out right now. I know I can just give you a call, send you a message. But I know you got the information and you can explain it best to our listeners. But salary ranges, they matter. I don't want to go into a job and I know it's not going to pay me enough to even cover my rent or my bills. What are we doing? Are the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the basic hierarchy of needs that you need in your life, the very, very basic being food and shelter. You need food and shelter. And if we're not even making a living to pay for that, what is going on out there? And we've got to look at careers that are able to carry us through, that are able to pay those bills, take care of us, take care of our families, and hopefully our goals in the future. I do also believe, and you can follow what you love, what you really enjoy doing, and hopefully make a career out of that. But that's not a privilege all of us have. That's not a reality all of us have. So if you're looking to make some more money, you're looking to get into tech, you're looking to change your career trajectory, here are some ways you can do it through the Pathways in Tech programs, which are being offered by Enterprise Cayman. So the project management pathway. This pathway prepares participants for roles such as a project coordinator, a project manager, a program coordinator, an operations manager, and the typical Cayman salaries range from approximately $80,000 to $160,000 plus per year, depending on the industry and level of experience. So we're looking at starting at $80,000 for a project management pathway. I can definitely tell you that a lot of project managers are needed. When there was a study on industries and the career pathways that will be exploding in Cayman. This was done through UCCI, the Chamber of Commerce, and I forget who else. I'm going to get the name wrong, so I don't want to say it wrong. But project management was one of the biggest emerging job titles that Cayman's going to need right now and in the future. And I can also tell you that on the government website, when they have different roles advertised, there is quite a lot that has to do with project management, and they're well-paying jobs. So if you're looking to change your career, project management, listen, I'm going to be taking some project management courses. It really comes in handy with what I do anyways, and it's such a good way to structure and just take care of how your projects are running. Watch how your projects are running. Take care of it, not just have it in your head. All right, so that's one to check out. There's also the Computer Support Specialist pathway, and this pathway prepares participants for careers including an IT support specialist, a help desk technician, a desktop support technician, a technical support analyst. So those typical Cayman salaries, they range from approximately $35,000 to $60,000 plus per year, with opportunities to progress into more senior technical roles as experience and certifications increase. So that looks like a very intro pathway into tech, just based on the salary range right there. That's what I'm looking at. But it's a starting base, so you can start there and build to go, as it said, into more senior technical roles. Then there's a Network Systems Administrator pathway. This pathway prepares participants for roles such as a network administrator, a systems administrator, a network support engineer, and an infrastructure support specialist. Typical Cayman salaries range from approximately $60,000 to $100,000 plus per year, with senior networking and infrastructure professionals often earning more. That sounds good to me. Anything over the $100,000 range sounds great to me. So if that sounds great to you as well, or enticing to you, you can check out the pathways into tech programs at enterprisecayman.ky. And that's just a few of the pathways that they're offering. They also have a Cisco certifications, all sorts of different sort of Cisco certifications and qualifications that you can get. And as mentioned, Cisco is one of the biggest companies that, tech companies globally that you can be affiliated with. So I like this idea. I think it's a great thing. And as mentioned before, Cayman Enterprise City and Enterprise Cayman are doing quite a lot to prepare and to help connect residents and students with job opportunities and training opportunities in Cayman. The more we educate our people and society, the all around better that's going to be for all of us. One of the things that I want to talk about that's coming up this weekend is the HBCU Alumni R&B Weekend, and we are going to be talking about that after the break. So we're going to be hearing about that event, what's going to be going on with it, because it's the first HBCU Alumni and R&B Weekend, which is starting today through to Saturday. And the weekend celebrates the culture and traditions of historically Black colleges and universities. And the events are open to alumni, residents, visitors, professionals, and anyone who enjoys R&B music in a good social atmosphere. So we're going to hear about that just after the 8 a.m. news. And another thing that's happening this weekend, if you're looking for stuff to do, I know there's a big dodgeball tournament happening Saturday morning. I think it's Saturday morning at the pickleball courts. That's the one just across from the cricket field. That should be a lot of fun. But I can't really throw anything anymore that great, so you don't count me into that one. But another major event on Saturday is the 5th annual Cayman Islands Margarita Festival. So you like a shaken or stirred, is that what they say? I don't drink margaritas anymore, so I don't know. So they begin at 6 p.m. on 7 Mile Public Beach on the lawn there, and that runs until midnight. And the festival brings together craft margaritas, Mexican-inspired food, live entertainment, and plenty of island festival energy. And from what I've seen in the videos and social media posts, it really does look like a fun event, a really, really fun event. And you can have a virgin margarita if you're like me and you don't drink alcohol anymore. So it's possible. But, I love them. I love passion fruit ones and mango ones. I'm sure the bartender hates to see me come in when I'm like, I'd like a passion fruit one. Non-alcoholic. They can't use our premixes then. So there's that. The tickets start at $15 for that, and I'm sure you can get it on one of the websites, whether it's Ticket Plus or Eventpro. Check out one of them for your tickets for CI Margarita Festival happening Saturday. Also on Saturday, this is an event I really like. It's a wellness and confidence event for young women. It is being hosted by Thrive 360, and it's called Beyond the Mirror. It's a free wellness and confidence seminar aimed at teenagers and young women. I like this idea because I fully support any initiative that's going to help young people, especially women, partake in activities that will build your confidence. You'll meet like-minded people, and you're going to have some fun girly time. You know, girls, we need that. So there's going to be a guest speaker, a makeup artist giving tips, plus other surprises and confidence-building activities for guests. That is Saturday. It's going to be held at Salon La Femme in Alexander Place on Dorsey Drive. You can sign up for free at thrive360ky.com. Yeah, it looks like that would be a fun event. So we're just bucking up on the 8 a.m. news. So when we head into the news, a reminder that I'm going to be talking about the HBCU R&B weekend. And then at 9 a.m., I'm going to have the newly crowned Miss Cayman Islands, Juliana Myers, joining me. And for all of those of you who do listen to me and you listen to Chalo in the afternoon for Talk Today, I'm also hosting Talk Today this morning. And you know how I keep saying I'm going to talk about affordable housing on the buzz? Guess what? They're going to get that conversation on Talk Today. All right. So that's later today. We're going to go to the 8 a.m. news right now, and I'll be back with you at 8:15.
Yesterday,
Today,
always and forever.
Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands.
For today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
With your latest news, I'm Carsley Fuller. Local officials tour a specialist cable repair ship in port this week ahead of, quote, maintenance work on Cayman's nearby subsea cables. Her Excellency the Governor joined the Home Affairs Minister and representatives from the Utility Regulation and Competition Office for a tour of cable vigilance. And while on board, the group saw how the team lifts cable from the seabed, cuts and repairs damaged sections, then splices, reconnects the tiny cables before resealing and returning them to a protective trench at a depth of up to 8,000 meters. Now, speaking of visitors to the Cayman Islands, the UK's Royal Air Force Air Transport Wing has made a quick stop. CIGTV's Levita Thompson reports.
Her Excellency the Governor, Mrs. Jane Owen, and Acting Premier, the Honourable Gary Rutty, welcomed members of the 30 Squadron of the Royal Air Force Transport Wing Wednesday, July 22nd. The visit is a part of the UK's ongoing defence engagement in the Caribbean, aimed at strengthening regional partnerships and enhancing disaster preparedness and resilience. The Governor and Deputy Premier met with Group Captain Andy McIntyre and toured the Airbus, a 400M aircraft.
Fantastic to be here. We're celebrating the arrival of the Royal Air Force 30 Squadron, who are here with an A400 aircraft. This aircraft has been around for about 10 years. It's been deployed a lot in action, including in the Middle East, but it's here in Cayman to support our crisis preparedness and crisis response.
We just want to welcome the group here this afternoon. I'm going to go show them a true Cayman hospitality and experience tomorrow. And we take, the continued relationship that we have with the UK, and we wish them all the very best. Thank you for visiting with us.
The visit provides an opportunity to enhance cooperation in support of emergency preparedness, disaster response, and resilience across the islands.
The group is expected to leave later today. In regional news, the Independent Commission of Investigations in Jamaica has launched an investigation into the death of a man who became ill while in police custody. Horace Williams was arrested on July 2nd in connection with a murder investigation and had been detained at the corporate area police station pending further court proceedings. The Jamaica Gleaner reports that Williams became ill on July 21st and was taken to the Kingston Public Hospital where he was pronounced dead. The circumstances surrounding his illness and death have not been disclosed. Indicom, which is mandated to investigate deaths involving those in custody of the security forces in Jamaica, has commenced a probe into the incident. Now with a check of international news, here's the BBC, which takes us out of the newscast. I'm Kersley Fuller.
BBC News with Moira Alderson. President Trump has said the Saudi nuclear deal signed just a day ago is now contingent on the country normalising ties with Israel. Saudi Arabia has previously said such a move would require a roadmap to Palestinian statehood. Oil and gas prices have increased sharply after the Iranian-backed Houthi movement in Yemen said it had attacked shipping in the Red Sea. The official Saudi news agency confirmed that one tanker was hit. Ship tracking data suggests that 2 China-chartered supertankers, which had previously reversed course, are currently sailing through the waterway. The US Secretary of State promised that President Trump would seek a head for an eye as Washington pursued its air campaign against Iran for a 12th consecutive night. Iran has continued to hit back, striking US targets in the region. The Indian government says it's ready for talks with the leaders of an unprecedented youth protest in the capital, Delhi. The movement, known as the Cockroach Junta Party, is demanding the resignation of the education minister over leaked exam papers. 120 British millionaires have written to the government asking to be taxed more. The group says it would lead to a more equal society. A city in western Crimea, Yevpatoria, has installed public street phones for calls to emergency services to provide an alternative to mobile communications. These are frequently jammed due to Ukrainian attacks. The Israeli far-right National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir has again led hundreds of worshippers into Jerusalem's Al-Aqsa Mosque as he marked a Jewish day of mourning. The visit has breached the agreed rules on the religious compound. BBC News.
Stay in touch with Radio Cayman with the latest up-to-date, accurate news and information. For your convenience, the headline news will be repeated on our sister station, Breeze 105.3 FM, weekdays at 8:30 a.m. Follow Radio Cayman on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or download the Radio Cayman app in the App Store or log on to www.radiocayman.gov.ky and stay connected to what's happening in the community. Radio Cayman, your voice, your choice, your radio.
The Passport and Corporate Services Office is urging all residents to verify the validity of their travel documents and take steps to protect them ahead of the hurricane season, which starts the 1st of June. Residents are advised to check passport expiry date, verify entry requirements for their destination, apply for or renew passports and visas early, and make copies of passports and key documents and store them in waterproof containers. For more information, call 345-649-7678 or email passportandcorporate@gov.ky.
For the Health of It, heard on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. and repeated on Saturdays at 9:30 a.m. is brought to you by The Light Room. Tired of being unwell and struggling to find the energy and vitality to live the life you desire? Come get recharged from the inside out at The Light Room. Our non-invasive, holistic energy enhancement system detoxifies and energizes the body, enabling self-healing and balance. Book online at www.thelightroom.ky or call 938-HEAL, 38 Pasadora Place, GT.
The 8 a.m. weather update brought to you by CG Britcade, where people come first.
All right, just about 7 minutes after 8 o'clock, let's take a look at the weather on the outside. The sun is shining through, but still got a lot of partial cloud cover. Present temperature now 84 degrees Fahrenheit, but the real feel is at 93 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are out of the east-northeast, just at 8 miles per hour. Relative humidity 77%. And the barometric pressure now at 29.95 inches and falling. Synopsis as provided by the Cayman Islands National Weather Service. Some showers are likely today and through the early part of Friday morning as a trough moves across the northern Caribbean. Light to moderate winds and slight to moderate seas are expected over the northwest Caribbean as the pressure gradient remains slack over the region. So our forecast for today calls for cloudy skies with a 40% chance of showers and possible thunder. Temperatures will rise to the low 90s with a heat index near 108. Winds will be east to northeast at 10 to 15 knots. Seas will be slight to moderate with wave heights of 2 to 4 feet. Later tonight, cloudy skies with a 60% chance of showers and possible thunder. Temperatures will fall to the low 80s. Winds will be east to southeast at 5 to 10 knots, and seas will be slight to moderate at wave heights of 2 to 4 feet. Presently in a high tide, low tide will be at 12:17 this afternoon. High at 7:23 tonight, low at 1:36 tomorrow morning. And the outlook is for a continued chances of shower activity through the weekend as an easterly wave begins to move over the southwest Caribbean. And that, my friends, is your 8 a.m. weather brought to you by our good friends at CG Britke.
We were set to battle, and your Aunt Angie was leading the pack when...
Aunt Angie, what does this have to do with car damage?
Oh, right. Well, long story long. I took down the assassins and wound up inventing a new form of mixed martial arts. I became an international champion until one sore loser karate kicked my car. But I was covered with CG.
Covered for malicious damage and more. CG Britke. Good like that. All benefits are subject to policy provisions, including eligibility at the time of service.
The 8 a.m. weather update brought to you by CG Britke, where people come first.
Craving something bold, juicy, and packed with flavor? Introducing KFC's new crispy barbecue sandwich served on a soft, buttery brioche bun. That's 100% KFC premium chicken breast, perfectly crispy, deliciously smoky with crispy onions, cheddar cheese, and barbecue sauce. Just the right amount of messy in the best way possible. Stacked with layers of bold KFC flavor, this sandwich is your new obsession. But hurry, it's only at KFC for a limited time. So what are you waiting for? Get yours today at any of the 3 KFC locations on island. KFC, finger licking good, just got bolder.
Looking for a station that plays the music you actually love?
Switch now to Breeze 105.3 FM.
The best adult contemporary hits
Of the 70s, 80s,
and more. All day, every day. Feel good. Sing along and let the breeze keep you company.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Enjoy a delicious start to your day with breakfast from Subway.
All right, once again, good morning to you, my friends. Let's take a look at the traffic situation. Of course, moving out of the districts of North Side, East End, the Bottom Town, Savannah, as you make your way in, traffic is moving smoothly. Taking a look at the East-West Arterial, things are moving, similar to the Red Bay Roundabout and to the Century 21 Roundabout just outside Hurley's. Just a little bottleneck there. Continuing on through South Sound, things are moving smoothly. Turning up Walker's Road, things are moving smoothly, but you'll run into a little bit of traffic. Some are going through South Sound, through South Church Streets, and into Seafarers Way. Got a little bit of traffic there. Remember, there's one cruise ship in. Also, coming down to Linford Pearson and Crew Road, expect a little bit of slowed up traffic. Looking out from Jose's gas station, things are moving slowly. Some down the Linford Pearson, getting into the roundabout and onto Bobby Thompson Way. Expect that traffic build up there at the traffic lights, and slow moving traffic onto Huldah Avenue to the CNB roundabout. Expect the usual traffic build up there at the Butterfield roundabout as well. Slow moving traffic heading north towards the Butterfield. Onto Godfrey Dixon Way, onto North Sound Road, heading east to Dorsey Drive. Expect a little bit of traffic. Things are moving along the SLE Tibbetts. West Bay Road, things are moving free to fine. Looking down from the Ritz-Carlton, traffic in West Bay, moderate, similar in the districts. Just the usual traffic build up in the usual places. You know where they are. Try to avoid them if you could. Maybe you found an alternative route. Cayman Bragg, Little Cayman, light traffic this time of the boarding time. Be safe out there. Look out for pedestrians, those on e-scooters, e-bikes, motorbikes, bicycles, and check your tires. Check the pressure on your tires, all right? Your traffic report brought to you by our good friends at Subway.
Start your year off right with Subway's Fresh Fit menu. 4 protein packed subs with 20 grams or more protein, under 500 calories, and loaded with full servings of crisp veggies on hearty multi-grain bread. Try the grilled chicken and avocado, the ham and turkey stacker, the seasoned steak and avocado, or the turkey and ranch delight. Big flavor, plenty of protein, and fresh veggies in every bite. Fuel your day the Fresh Fit way. Only at Subway. Subway. Eat fresh.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Enjoy a delicious start to your day with breakfast from Subway.
If you or your loved one is facing cancer, only Sylvester will stand firmly by your side at every step, from diagnosis through survivorship, providing you and your family peace of mind and assisting with everything you need before, during, and after your stay with us. Sylvester Comprehensive Cancer Center is South Florida's only NCI-designated cancer center and specializes in treating the most complex cancer cases. Your first-class cancer care is just a flight away. Learn more at sylvester.org.
RC Fusion is proudly brought to you by TCE Paint Shop, Farmers and Artisans Retail Market. RC Fusion, weekdays 10 a.m. to 12 midday, right here on Radio Cayman 89.9.
RC Fusion.
Radio Cayman Energy.
The Buzz with your host, Kathy Miller.
All right, welcome back to The Buzz. I'm your host, Kathy Miller, and we are talking about the HBCU R&B Weekend event lineup. And it's a 3-night experience. It's going to be combining music, alumni culture, nightlife, dining, and destination travel. It includes a welcome party at Bliss that kicks off tonight, an R&B rodeo at the Wharf, an R&B en blanc dinner, and after party at Baccarat. And the organizers are hoping to build the event into an annual attraction. We're going to hear all about that. So, taking us behind the scenes of this weekend's event, how the whole idea came together and what it takes to produce some great entertainment in Cayman, and what may be needed to bring even more energy back to Cayman's nightlife and event scene. We're welcoming to the studio Rod Jefferson. He's the CEO of Executive Services and event promoter for this HBCU R&B weekend. Welcome to the Buzz, Rod.
Hey, thank you for having me. Glad to be here.
How are you
I
doing?
enjoy being interviewed here.
You do. You do have some great interviews here, that's for sure. We've had a few in the past few years. But for the people who might not know who you are, this might be their first time hearing you. Give us an introduction as to who you are and how you got involved in the entertainment scene here in Cayman.
Well, I've been in this actual promoter industry for about 25 to 30 years. I kind of put it to sleep when I moved to Cayman, because I had children and I was trying to get out of this life. This life is really like gambling.
The promoter life?
Yeah, it's very much, it's a bad addiction. You
got to break that down.
It's a lot of endorphins involved, and some nights you could win a million, a lot of nights you lose more. Like gambling, the house wins the majority of the time.
Yeah, it's a big risk.
Yeah, but I'll go back pretty far because my life here in Cayman, I think I'm really known as the printer guy for printing.
Okay.
But I have a whole nother life in the U.S. where I was known for a kind of a mid-level to big promoter in North Florida to South Georgia. I kind of controlled from Atlanta down to Orlando and over to kind of like Jacksonville.
Okay.
In my 20s, I was in college and I went to work in a club, and the club wasn't doing very well. And I was like, well, I was actually in school at FAM playing baseball, and we did house parties that would drew like thousands of people. So I was like, well, why don't you let me do a party, because your parties are kind of empty here. So they let me design and put together a party, and it became one of the biggest parties in Florida, Georgia for probably 8 to 10 years. We even had like Girls Gone Wild. That's where the first Girls Gone Wild came from.
No way.
They came to the club where we were doing the parties and walked in, got drove up in a Ferrari. Like, we want to do the Girls Gone Wild here. Owner's like, okay, cool. But at that point, Tallahassee was like the major party scene for the whole United States, pretty much.
Okay.
Number one, Florida State was booming in football and everything like that. So FAMU was good in sports and everything like that. Tallahassee was just like the hub. Even like music and everything like that, in anything you wanted to launch came through Tallahassee, because it was so diverse with the students from all over the world in this one tiny little city. So if you launched anything there, it spread across the world, because if it made it there, everybody would spread it.
I would never have guessed that about Tallahassee.
Yeah.
I never would have guessed that at all. I've never been there. Mm-hmm. The only thing I know about Tallahassee, I think there's a Dead Prez, the hip hop group. I thought they were from Tallahassee.
Yeah, Common from there.
That's about it.
T-Pain.
Okay.
Yeah, from there.
Okay.
Yeah, he used to come to the door, and I used to let him in. He was in a group called Nappy Heads. They would be at the door. I knew one of the guys. He used to protect me when I was younger. So they would come to the club and let him in. That's how the club was. But you would have Trick Daddy. You would have Method Man. Anybody in the NFL, baseball players, everybody would come to Little Tallahassee on like Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays, because the football players, once they went to the NFL, would bring their friends back, and then they would bring other people back. But just Tallahassee was just a big, huge hub in the 90s, early 2000s for anything.
Okay. And that's how you really started. You started building parties through a club.
Yeah, started doing the clubs there, which kind of spread to other clubs. I went from one night to doing, if a club or something wasn't doing well, they would call us in to revamp it and do more stuff like that. Got a funny story though. Okay. First ties to Cayman.
Okay.
I was doing the club I was doing on a Thursday. It was also a reggae club in town, like real underground club. But we would go there after my club was over. And so I found a DJ in there, and I started bringing him to my clubs, Walshy Killer. So me and him became friends. I used to let Walshy play in my clubs.
Walshy Fire?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
We grew up together. He used to play in a small club. I brought him to the main stage there, and he used to play for me all the time.
Okay.
So afterwards, we would go back to Walshy's like underground club, and there was a group. I don't know if you know Kirky, Poison Dart.
Yeah.
He was playing there, and he was doing like the mix with he did this thing where he do reggae and like hip hop and mix it together, and it just blew my mind that night. So I had an event coming up with Rough Riders. It was like a homecoming event, so I was like, hey man, I gotta have you. This was great. I've never seen anything like this before. So while I'm talking to him, I meet two Caymanians that were with him.
With Walshy?
No, they were with Kirky.
Okay, with Kirky. Okay,
Dart.
with Poison Dart. Okay.
TNT Rudolph.
Oh wow. Okay.
Corey
Manny
Thompson.
Marley. Yeah.
They were both together. We all became friends that night.
Okay.
So what happened was, the next month when I did the party, TNT came and played, and Corey came and played, and they were with me the whole weekend. First Caymanians.
Oh wow! And rest in peace, TNT.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we became good friends after that. Yeah, but that was meeting my first Caymanians and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's an interesting tie because with people who know TNT, he was such a big DJ here as well.
Yeah.
And we put on different events, and so I love how entertainment connects people.
Yeah.
And you know, there's a bad kind of look at it that, oh, it's just like this seedy kind of nighttime, not a clean lifestyle. And I'm like, no, not at all. It's just, you're just having fun. It's music, it's dancing, you're having fun. The people that you meet and the connections that you kind of make that carry you through life. I love that about the entertainment scene.
Oh, it's
and
a
for
big
me,
network.
it's like,
I
man, we always need to be entertained in our life.
Yeah.
That's something that we all know we need, right?
Yeah.
So it's a fun industry to be in, but it can be really, as you said, a lot of risks to take.
A lot.
Really stressful, very unforgiving sometimes, and people don't know what it takes to put stuff on. So when you moved to Cayman, how did that move here come about then?
Well, I had children. So like I said, I was trying to get away from that, what I did in the U.S. I was trying to live a little calmer life because I used to be up 5 nights a week, 3, 4, 5 in the morning and stuff like that. So when I came here, I strictly went to the printing industry. So I think most people know me here as being a printer. In the U.S., everybody knows me as the promoter. But so when I moved here, I still had that bug. You can't get rid of it. Once you have the promoter bug, it's there.
Yeah.
So I called up to Tampa to my friend who I'm working with on this event, and I was like, I saw him doing comedy. I was like, tell me about the comedy game, because that's something a little calmer I can do. And I think I didn't really see it going on here.
Not at all.
So we started the Laughter Lounge, and while doing that, me and Damon became very close friends, almost like brothers. So that then propelled me into the comedy industry, and I traveled with him on the road with him and stuff like that. Met lots of comedians, networking. Like you say, entertainment is a network. So I now have 1 million comedian friends and friends that I met from there and everything, which also helps build the network for doing stuff here. So
did you have a career in printing as well, experience, background in that?
I've been printing since I was in 8th grade. I started off in the school yearbook.
Okay, yeah, I get that, yeah.
I mean, I was an athlete. I played every sport in the world.
I feel like we have similar lives a little bit, Rod, just so you know, a little bit. Okay, tell me this.
Yeah, I played every sport in the world after school, during school, like that. My schedule was I go from one to the other, to the other, to the other. But then I started staying after school to find something different to do. And the guy in the graphics thing was like, why don't you try like the photography graphics thing like that? So I started in the yearbook club. And from there, when I got into college, I needed a job, so I had a friend working at Kinko's, the original Kinko's.
Yeah.
So then I went to Kinko's, and I started off just working out front. Then I ended up being a production manager. Then I ended up being a sales rep. Then they took me to like a assistant manager, and then I moved around to Tallahassee, Orlando, doing that during the daytime and doing parties and stuff at night. And that's how I got into printing. Then I worked for some of the largest reprographic companies in the U.S. before I came here. But then that industry crashed. So then my father-in-law was trying to get me to move to Cayman. I was like, well, I do parties. I've been there, and I don't think what I do will
resonate.
Yeah, I don't think it'll work there because
here.
it's a little different than what I've seen going on down there. But I ended up doing it because like I had these kids and I wanted to give them something different than what I got in the U.S. And I love it. I think they got the greatest. It's a privilege to be raised in here in the life you get here as a kid, as opposed to what I had in the U.S.
Yeah.
So I love that move that I did, but that's kind of how I got here with the printing and everything like that. My father-in-law talked me into coming here and trying it out.
That is so interesting to me, and especially the yearbook aspect, because I was a project coordinator for the final 2 years in high school, and the final year absolutely now this is a funny story that I'm going to share with you about this. Because I was almost like the final eyes that everything that gets submitted to the yearbook goes through, almost like a final editor.
Mm-hmm.
I know it was terrible, but me and a few friends of mine, we went and we changed people's yearbook write-ups. You know how you would have your grad photo and you would have your write-up that was so important, and we would change them. We would change people's we changed so much of the text in the entire yearbook. We never got caught.
In a good way or a bad way?
In a way that you're like, I can, I mean, I think it's hilarious still to this day, and if I had a child and they did that, I wouldn't be upset with them. I would just be laughing at it. But probably in a bad way for some of the people, but for me and my friends, it was absolutely hilarious. But, it's just a story there. But I completely understand the connection there, because I feel like that's always been a bit of a same trajectory with me, except for I kind of started with writing and interviews when I was like 18, 19. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of interesting in that sense, kind of a little bit parallel. So
I think that's one of the things too. If you get into that, you kind of love it and you kind of stick with it. It's hard to get away from it.
Yeah,
especially it's something I've always been doing.
Yeah, and it becomes natural to you. You become really good at it, and you realize this is something I really enjoy doing. Like I love doing events and promotions, but it is in Cayman. It is very unforgiving. It's very hard to even break even or make something off that, and it's so much effort and work that goes into it, and so much criticism as well that you have to deal with. So it's almost like what.
I think it's one of the hardest places in the world.
Yeah, it really is.
It's a combination of things. You have the diversity, which makes it even harder. Even with the comedy and stuff, I tell the comedians, this is going to be the hardest place you're going to play, because there are people from everywhere, and you have to find medium that everybody knows. And it's just really difficult, because normally you go in a room, you can look around, read the room and everything.
Yeah.
You can never read the room here. They usually do it in the U.S. It's usually they'll look and judge by the color. Okay, I'll play the room this way, that way.
Yeah.
You can't do that here, because color really doesn't matter that way here like that.
Yeah. And I almost want to say that we're a little bit more segregated here in terms of your different kind of community groups.
Yeah.
And it's almost promoted that way here, which is a little scary to me. But, in Canada, it's not that so. It was way more of a mishmash. And you're growing up together, no matter what. All the cultures are coming together. So it's I get it in the comedians being like, how do I read the room, and what's gonna resonate with people? What are they gonna gravitate to? What do the comedians tell you about their experience here then, coming to deal with the Cayman audience and try to entertain them?
That is tough, because it's like pulling laughs, because it's almost like people are looking to see who's laughing and what they're laughing at. Like there's an underlying judgment here.
Right.
Like it's not okay just to laugh at something because it's funny, because somebody may see me laughing at that joke and judge me for it. So that's kind of what I've gotten the feedback from them.
That's so interesting. It's like, am I allowed to enjoy myself
by
looking at somebody else and getting permission from them almost?
It's almost like, just go ahead and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. That's how I feel about dancing and parties. I will be the first one out in the middle of the floor dancing. Maybe everybody else will join. But that's how I feel about that. Just go out and enjoy yourself.
To the segregated part that you just mentioned, that's one thing that I think it kind of benefits some of the promoters here. Because I would say, like, in the Jamaican community, what I've seen, if they do events, they support it.
Yeah.
The Filipinos do events, their people support it.
Right.
If anybody else does an event where it's diverse, that's where you have a lot of issue getting getting the island to come support. Because I'm still trying to figure out how that kind of works.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. It's hard. It's hard to put a finger on it. Do you speak to other promoters? And
well, I guess maybe it's because I guess people may not know me, so maybe that's what it is. Like, you have to have some kind of interaction or with the promoter or something. Maybe that's what it is. More so than if it's the event. Maybe it's more, I guess, I have a relationship with this person, so we're going to support their event.
Right, and that happens.
Mm-hmm.
And there's almost, maybe a few promoters that kind of have it locked in, per se.
Yeah.
Interesting arrangements. Let me not go too deep into that, but interesting, I don't know, conflict of interest arrangements that are happening out there, but whatever. And then other events don't get supported as much, and that's a problem.
Yeah.
I think that's a problem. Yeah, you do have to establish relationships, but I know from when I moved here and the events that I started working on originally were boxing events for Charles Whitaker a long, long time ago.
I remember those.
Yeah, his boxing, his fights almost about, I'm going to say 19 years ago about. So I didn't know anybody, but I knew what I was doing, per se, and there was a little bored in that sense. So I met so many people through him and through his committee and just where I was living in West Bay. I met so many people, and because it's like I knew what I was doing, and I was able to kind of establish that trust was there because I'm going to deliver.
Mm-hmm.
And it just took one opportunity for people to know that they can work with you. And I think you have that. It's just sometimes we can't do all of it as a promoter. So when it comes to you as a promoter trying to get the sponsorships, logistically plan everything, get all the talent arranged, are you doing all of that?
Oh, I have a team. It's a handful of us.
Okay. So you're making it work.
Yeah, we're making it work. But also, I just thought about, to that note, we were just saying about the support. I think with the culturals like the Jamaican, Filipino community, they're used to going out to support their things and just used to leaving the house and going out.
Yeah.
I think in everybody else in the Canadian community, I guess I would say my age and above, we've kind of got used to not having anything. So if something comes up, we're like, yeah, that looks nice. But I'm physically not used to getting dressed and going out and Cayman.
Yeah.
So it's something that's going to have to be changed. Like, if somebody's putting an event on, you may have to go support it to get more events that you like so that you can come out of your house and do more things.
Right.
But it's kind of the community has to put a foot forward in support so that you can get more things that you like. Because one of the reasons I'm doing this, because when me and my wife want to go out, we pretty much have to fly off. Mm-hmm. And I don't feel like we should have to fly off to go have a good night or entertainment or stuff like that.
What's missing for you here in that sense?
Like, I want to go to it can be a restaurant, but hear some nice music that I like. I think a lot of the places are playing music necessarily that I don't want to hang out and listen to. Maybe it's more for some of the tourists or everything, but it's not what I think of when I live here and the kind of music that I want to listen to. Most places play a certain type of music.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like to go out and even have a dinner, have a drink, or even just somewhere to go have a drink after I have dinner at and just hang out, listen to good music, vibe, talk, hang out. Because I get killed Monday through Friday working.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This is my time to enjoy time to enjoy being killed throughout the week.
Yeah, the fruits of your labor, per se.
Kill me Monday through Friday, but let me have, the weekend to enjoy what I've done.
Yeah.
And now on Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays, we can go to dinner somewhere and then come home. So our night's usually over 10, something like that.
Yeah.
But I'd rather go out, spend that money here, listen to some good music, drinking somewhere. I mean, we go to a cigar bar sometimes, but she doesn't like to get cigar smoke in her head. And I'm not a big cigar smoker, but I go there because that's where I can go.
That's where you can lounge at,
yeah.
per se. Yeah, I completely understand that. I really, really do. And I'm 46, so to say that I'm not trying to go to bed at 8 p.m. I'm not trying to do that.
Monday comes faster that way.
Absolutely. Live your life. I think that life is for living and celebrating and all the rest. And, you said you might be going out for dinner and coming home around 10. I'm trying to go out at 11 midnight. At least for me, the things that I know that I enjoy to do, that's when it's starting,
Mm-hmm.
And, but if I want more of a chill night, somewhere I can go and relax, there really isn't that unless it is a cigar kind of spot. or just a bar per se. And a bar atmosphere comes in handy for certain things, right? So it's hard. The entertainment scene here, it can be a little hard. And then we got to go to commercial break. Paul's like, you got to go to commercial break. I'm like, yes, okay. We'll go to commercial break. We'll come back. We'll be talking about the entertainment scene. We're going to be talking about the weekend. I think we should go into details about the weekend before we go any further.
All right.
All right, so let's take a quick break and come back to that.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Not sure where you fit in tech? Pathways in Tech by Enterprise Cayman can help you find your route. Whether you're interested in project management, computer support, or network systems, this program helps individuals explore practical, career-focused skills for real opportunities in Cayman's tech and innovation sector. It's beginner-friendly, job-relevant, special economic zone connected, and scholarships are available. Your path in tech starts here. Visit enterprisecayman.ky to apply today.
Hello, Cayman. I am Renee Margaret Bryan, your contestant number 1. I am a dedicated student athlete, 17 years old, and proud to represent my home and our capital, Georgetown. I'm proudly sponsored by Smoothie King, and in this year's pageant, my platform is youth sports and athletics, because I believe sports build discipline, confidence, and leadership. Through my initiative, More Than an Athlete, I aim to educate my community on the benefits of sports, teach the youth faith through athletics, and create a scholarship fund for a deserving Caymanian athlete pursuing advanced training abroad. By investing in our young athletes today, we help build confident leaders for tomorrow. Thank you, Cayman, and I can't wait for this journey to unfold.
The Buzz with your host, Kathy Miller.
Welcome back to The Buzz. I'm your host, Kathy Miller, and we are talking about the entertainment scene in Cayman. At least that's how we started. And we're going to be talking about the HBCU R&B themed weekend that is happening. And I have the event promoter and also the CEO of Executive Services, which is Rod Jefferson. And he was giving us a bit of his background, which is so interesting to me. And then we talked a little bit about setting the entertainment scene in Cayman, what it's like, what we're used to, what people from our generation. So this is a little bit of Gen X and the some millennials, the first of the millennials that came along. So this is what our generation is more so looking for when it comes to entertainment and what's missing. So I want to get into the details about the HBCU weekend. And I guess I want to know, why did you come up with this concept? What made you think that let's have an HBCU themed like R&B weekend here in Cayman? How did you think that was going to work here?
It kind of came from several different pieces, but the basis of it was I went to an HBCU, and 50% of my travel during the year, Florida A&M.
Okay.
50% of my travel is HBCU events. It's, to me, I say it's a network. Most people call it a network. Some cities, cities in the U.S., the major cities, will do classics and events to target this audience. When they do the classics, it's a couple 100,000 people come to Orlando this weekend. We're going to put on the main event will be a football game or something like that. Under that, there are events. There are golf tournaments. There are parties. Anything in the world, you can name it. And it's all, there's levels to it. There's the college kids, so you have the rowdy parties going on. Then you have the just out of college, semi-rowdy but young professionals. They'll have their own network of events. The next level is my level, so I'll go to parties where it's senators, professionals, lawyers, doctors, and they're all doing events my age, and people might be producers in there. A lot of times, like Will Packard went to FAMU, the producer, he'll be at a party or host a party. He'll bring Kevin Hart and other actors. They'll all be in the party. The famous lawyer Ben Crump from Tallahassee, he hosts a party at our alumni events wherever we go and stuff like that. So you have people on the different levels or whatever. So normally when I'm traveling to these events, people now know that I live in Cayman. So it's always, I'm coming to see you. When can I come down? That's all I get asked everywhere I go.
Okay.
Or if I'm introduced to somebody like a celebrity or something like that, or they're like, I'm introduced as, this is my friend Rod from Cayman. I'm no longer just Rod anymore in the U.S. I'm Rod from Cayman. So it always goes into how can I come down? When can I come down? Do you have anything going on? So I'm constantly answering that question. So that was one of the things that brought about, okay, instead of everybody always asking, I should invite them down. And also use my network powers or whatever to get the professionals, the producers, all that down to Cayman. Because I think they fit the brand of the Cayman Islands. It's not full-fledged college partying. It's professionals coming to let their hair down and have a good time. They do like events in Martha's Vineyard. Also, I noticed this year that...
so Martha Vineyard is a bit of a luxury destination as well.
And they do, it's a Black something weekend, but Damon does like the comedy part of the festival they do for the week long.
Mm-hmm.
I think President Obama, all those guys, they all go that it might be a 2 or 3 week of events.
Yeah.
But it's different events going on, golf, blah, 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 all that going on. Yeah. And I thought that Cayman is ideal for this.
Because when you said Cayman's brand, how would you describe Cayman's brand? Like it'll fit Cayman's brand for events that we have here.
For the cost. Everybody can't come here and have a good time if you don't have enough money to be able to afford the cost of enjoying yourself.
Right.
A restaurant here is not under $100 and stuff like that.
Right.
But
it's true. It is more of a luxury cost, and you want to have more kind of a bit of a luxury experiences. This is what Cayman has been branded as. We can't get away from that, and I particularly don't want Cayman to get away from that either.
Yeah.
It does matter in the kind of level of tourism that you're bringing in.
Mm-hmm. And when I go to these events, we're staying at the nicest hotel in the city. The events are going on at the nicest venues. They purposely go find the nicest venues to make it upscale. People are dressing very nice, and you're mingling and network with top individuals that you wouldn't get to meet any other place, and becoming friends with people that you probably wouldn't meet. But we all are gathering several times a year whenever a promoter puts on an event there.
Okay, so this weekend coming up, starting tonight, really, give us the rundown of events that are happening.
We're starting tonight with the welcome party. My whole promotional movement that I want to, myself and Raphael and also Victor, we're working on is a 25 and up movement. So that's kind of a part of this, but it's not really this weekend, but it's a part of this weekend. It's intertwined with it. But since we're doing the 25 events for Friday and Saturday, the Thursday, I decided I wanted to do something where everybody can come and enjoy themselves, the 18, 21 up, whatever, like that. So I'm flying in a DJ from The Beat in Tampa. That's great hip hop DJ. He does like Kirky you did with the mixing the hip hop with the
with reggae.
Reggae.
Yeah,
he does with R&B.
So that's tonight.
That's
Great
tonight.
hip-hop.
Yeah.
You know, I love hip hop, and I feel like there's no great hip hop DJs. I'm sorry to all the DJs that just heard me say that.
But
oh boy,
tonight you'll get Shy, and then Shy singing mixed with the hip hop beat. He's gonna do lots of that.
All right.
I think he's amazing with it.
So Norma, I might be in the club until 3 a.m. this morning. Just a warning.
So that's for tonight. But he's so good that I also want to. He could only fly in tonight and fly back because he had prior commitments.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to bring him back for another event on the weekend when people can get out and actually enjoy him.
Okay.
Because I think everybody needs to have a chance to witness him.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's tonight, and we also have two of the top female DJs out of Tampa. Luna, she's R&B, and Teak LaFreak, she's R&B, but she has a Caribbean background. So I'm sure she'll mix that in with some of her DJing.
Mm-hmm.
We purposely targeted, I'll go back to this, we purposely targeted Tampa because I'm sure we'll get to this, but this was put together very last minute. I would really have liked a lot more time, which that's why we're focusing on next year, but we'll get to that. But so that's tonight. Anybody 18, 21. Matter of fact, you're free before 11 because I just want everybody to come in and welcome the influencers and DJs just with the Cayman support.
Mm-hmm.
I would like for them to come to have a nice arrival and show that we're supporting this event. Friday, we're doing, Bonnie Moon has allowed us to come to their beach, hang out with the DJs and influencers.
Okay.
And welcome everybody to come hang out for the day. Show the DJs and influencers their support in Cayman Con. And also there's alumni and there are people coming from the U.S. So we also want to show them the support. We want them to come down and have a good time also. So then Friday night is the R&B Rodeo, one of the signature events.
Yes.
I've seen this party before. That's why I bought it here.
Okay. All right. You're excited about this part. The way that you're smiling, the hands are coming together. Yes.
Because I get to be a grown-up and a kid at the same time.
Okay. All right.
I was one of those kids that grew up walking around with shorts and the cowboy boots and the hat on because I wanted to be a cowboy and my parents were watching cowboy movies.
Oh, okay.
So I've never had a chance really to dress up even on Halloween for somehow I haven't dressed up as a cowboy.
That's surprising. Okay.
But
right.
when we were I do this event with my partner in the U.S., Sean in Tampa, and we were doing it called The Basement. But that weekend we were just going around looking at other events, and we stumbled upon this R&B rodeo, and everybody was dressed up in their Western. The music was great. It was a great vibe. Everybody was into it, so I wanted to bring that here. So that's for Friday. That's one of the signature events. It's 25 and up, so it's only for the older adults for this one.
Okay.
Proper dress. That's another thing. We did the basement last thing, and everything we're doing, we're tweaking. And all the women came out dressed beautifully and nice. But I got to the door, and there were some guys who came in like they were going to play basketball or something, which I don't feel like it's fair to the women.
It's not.
If you're going to put the effort in to have guys come in with the baseball hat tilted and the...
We are judging you, guys.
Yeah.
I just want you to know we're absolutely judging you. Please do not dress like you're just going to go hang out with your friends and play games in the backyard to play dominoes or something. Please, dress nicely, please. Why are we looking good and you look like you just rolled out of bed? We're judging you. Dress well. That's what I got to say.
And this is, like I'll say again, this is for the older professionals. So if you don't want to put forth the effort to get dressed to come to the event, there are other parties where you can go and everyone else will be dressed just like that.
Correct.
I don't want you to come in and the person who put the effort in feel bad. So put some effort in or we're going to have to start turning you away. Because, like I said, the women put the effort in, the men should do it also.
Agree.
That's Friday night.
And we appreciate a very well-dressed sharp man as well, okay? You know, it's sexier. We like it.
Yeah. And Saturday...
There's also mechanical bull riding.
I forgot about that.
That's like one of the most fun parts of Friday night.
Yes.
Yes, the mechanical bull riding competition.
Yes, we're going to give away some prizes. I'm going to give away some cash prizes for riding the bull.
Okay.
That's your incentive. And also, it makes a great picture for your Instagram because everybody's on Instagram and TikTok now.
Okay.
All you have to do is sit on and take the picture and get off, but at least you get that because it'll be sitting right on the water, so you got that beautiful background behind you on the bull.
Oh, lovely.
Yes.
Okay,
it's going to be a perfect shot.
This is going to be Friday night at the Wharf is going to be amazing. That's for sure. Yeah.
Oh, something else we added.
Oh.
You have the clash here. Have the two female DJs doing a clash.
On Friday night?
We're going to do a R&B clash.
No way.
Near the beginning of the party, so everybody get there early.
Okay.
One DJ will have Babs from 94.1 in Tampa, Wild 94. She's coming in.
Okay.
She's been promoting the whole weekend up there, and she can't wait to get down here. We have her, and then we have Tiny, which is a big host out of Tampa. They're going to partner with each lady. I have the turntable set up or whatever. Give one about 10 minutes to see if they can move the crowd and make everybody in the crowd sing. The other one gets another 10 to try to move the crowd and make everybody sing. They'll go back and forth, and then we'll see who move the crowd the best.
Okay, cool.
Back to the old DJ days where you have to hypnotize the crowd.
Yeah.
And make sure they're having a good time and look up from the turntables. And no pre-play, you have to figure out how to move the crowd.
Okay, I love that. I think that's a great idea. That's going to be fun. Okay, so Friday night's going to be a whole lot of fun. So
Yeah.
that's like your kind of Western, that's a rodeo night, dress up.
I'm calling it a
mechanical bull
shootout,
riding.
but I was corrected to call it a clash.
No, you can call it a shootout. Who told you it has to be called a clash? You can call it,
That's
there's 45 shootout all the time when it comes to records. Yeah. Oh, no, it's, in music terminology, it is also called a shootout. So I'm just going to put it there. I don't know who told you not to call it that.
I like shootout better with the Western theme.
But that makes more sense. Yeah, absolutely. It just applies to the theme, guys.
Also,
okay,
I still have more.
I know. Yeah, we have Saturday. We got to get a commercial break.
Still on Friday.
Oh, we're still on Friday. Okay.
I have about 20 or so cowboy hats. So the first 20 ladies, you'll get a cowboy hat. We have some other goodies. We have some badges if you want to be a sheriff. They're sheriff badges. I have bandanas that everybody will get when they come in the door for the Cayman HBCU weekend on it.
Oh, cool. I love that.
We have a few gifts. We supposed to get microphones, but shipping has kind of messed that up.
Okay.
Because everybody likes to sing into the balloon microphones and everything.
Oh, cool.
Possibly, but we'll see. But shipping has been a disaster on these particular balloons.
Okay. Let's take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to hear about Saturday, what you got planned for Saturday.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
We have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future.
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance
or protecting your family's household investment.
From our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center,
specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise at Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
Not sure where you fit in tech? Pathways in Tech by Enterprise Cayman can help you find your route. Whether you're interested in project management, computer support, or network systems, this program helps individuals explore practical, career-focused skills for real opportunities in Cayman's tech and innovation sector. It's beginner-friendly, job-relevant, special economic zone connected, and scholarships are available. Your path in tech starts here. Visit enterprisecayman.ky to apply today.
The Buzz with your host, Kathy Miller.
Welcome back to The Buzz. We are talking about the HBCU R&B weekend with Rod Jefferson, who's the CEO of Executive Services and the promoter behind this event. And he was telling us what's happening tonight with a kickoff party at Bliss, which is going to be one of the best hip-hop DJs out of Tampa, which I'm...
DJ Shizm.
Yeah, which wish he didn't say that to me because I love hip-hop and I can't find a hip-hop DJ that just speaks to me here. So Norma, April, sorry, but your girl will be in the club until 3 or 4 a.m. this morning. That's just how it's going to go. And then we also have the Friday. We have a bit of a kind of a happy hour at Bonnie Moon. Is it a happy hour time?
We're doing 11 to 4.
Oh, so not really
daytime.
Okay, daytime.
Mix and mingle.
Okay. And then it is the R&B rodeo at the Wharf.
And I also forgot the main headline DJ.
Oh, well, we got it.
The official Remy Martin DJ, DJ Dim. He's been tour DJ for Trick Daddy, Rick Ross, Little Flip, Little John. But he's Remy Martin's official DJ.
That's amazing.
He's coming down.
Okay, that's
so
cool.
He'll
no Remy Martin's
tonight.
coming. She's not coming either. No.
Huh? Not that I know of, but you never know who's gonna pop up.
You never know.
I've had some phone calls of people popping up.
Oh, really? Any hint? You want to give us a hint?
I'd rather see if people pop up.
Because I know you have a lot of connections. Okay, all right. So then we have the Dinner en Blanc, which is going to be Saturday. So tell us about that event because we haven't gotten into that.
Dinner en Blanc, it's the food event. I've been a sponsor of Cayman Cookout for probably 10, 12 years. I wasn't a foodie until I started working with that event. and you can blame Keisha and Mika now for making me a foodie.
Okay.
So I
well done, girls.
So I like events with food and course meals. I love course meals now. So with the kind of, I'll say clientele or tourists that we're looking for, these are the type of events that they're going to want to participate in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't foresee this being just parties. We did this kind of, like I said, last minute because we wanted to get the foundation built, because the hardest thing is getting the foundation and building off of it. But for the foresee future, we're looking at golf tournaments, we're looking at cigar events, anything that we think will work with this clientele. Okay. So this Saturday is one of the premium type of events that we're looking for. It says all white, but I'll go back because we did this on short notice. Just have something white on.
Okay.
I've went and searched for white pants, and I've struggled on this island. I'm trying to get some to fly down, but if you have to, just something white to give the theme. It's all good.
Okay.
Bacaro, I love eating there. I've had good experiences there.
Great restaurant.
And
great service.
As putting on this event, when you go to a restaurant and you tell them what I'm trying to do and what I was doing, a lot of venues turn me away quickly. Mm-hmm. The guys at Bacaro instantly said they thought it was a good idea.
They were into it.
There have been several places on the island that said it was a great idea, but more or less shunned me away.
Okay. All right, Rod.
At the white party, if you can't make it to the dinner, the white party starts at 9, and you can just buy tickets just for that.
Okay. We got a caller.
Okay.
So let's take the call. Good morning. Thank you for calling The Buzz.
Hey, good morning.
How are you doing?
Oh, not bad, Miss Captain. How you doing? Mr. Jefferson, you got my support, man. You're doing a great job, you know.
Thank you.
Yeah, keep the place live, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm into singing. I've done a couple of songs, and I like what you're saying, you know. You're doing magnificent stuff here, you know, and keep the place lively, you know, and a good mix. That's good. I like how you got things together and your connections and all that, you know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So don't give up, man. Don't let no one stress you or whatever, and try to discourage you.
Thank you for the support.
As Rick Ross and those guys, they keep pushing.
We will.
All right, brother.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the call and the supportive words. That was really kind.
I also want to say something. As far as this weekend, we're calling it HBCU Alumni Weekend. We've also partnered with BSU from University of South Florida, Gainesville, Florida State. They're all supporting this weekend and helping pushing it, and some of them will be down here. But I didn't want this to feel exclusive. So to make it inclusive, we're also calling this the We Love R&B Weekend. Mm-hmm. So everybody's invited. Don't think you had to go to one of these schools or participate. The people that I'm encouraging to come down, they want to be ingratiated in the Cayman culture. They want to hang out. They want to mix and mingle. And you should be able to come to the party, meet and network with someone that you may be able to do something with in the U.S., as well as they come down here and vice versa.
Right.
So don't get caught up in the name. It's really an R&B weekend. But in the U.S., it's a certain way that I have to tell people that they're invited to come down that weekend.
Right. I understand.
So, right.
Yeah, I completely understand. I understand the branding concept of what's going on here. We only have a few minutes left, so I know that there's some partners you want to take care of that you want to mention as well. And we got to talk about how people can get tickets, any other information you want to get out there.
Well, I want to thank Cayman Airways. I approached them, and they immediately thought it was a good idea. They thought it was a market that they wanted to target, but they said they hadn't taken the steps to actually initiate it. Mm-hmm. But it's something that was on their radar about this market. And I also want to thank DOT and Cayman Airways. I went to some places and got shunned away, but with their support, I went to some places and was immediately listened to. And once they listened to the concept, they actually thought it was a great idea. But without their support behind me, I couldn't have, or I wasn't getting listened to or given an opportunity to be listened to.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to thank them, because in order to do this, we have to have nice venues for it to work. And without them, I wouldn't have been able to get these, because I don't have the relationship with the venues and everything like that out there.
Right.
And their support as far as funding for the advertising in the U.S. I can pay for everything here, but I don't have $1 million to go out and market to the rest of the U.S.
Right. I understand that. And just so people have an idea, I remember, I can tell you in the New York market, it costs about $1,000 for a 30-second ad, one ad to play in radio in New York City. Okay, so their costs are quite different, and that's New York. Florida, huge state, very, very. We're talking Tampa. The costs there are pretty high as well, right? So, there's a lot of money that goes into it. I actually wanted to ask, if we had more time, I would be asking you questions about how there has been the costs for permits and stuff going up, especially when it comes to entertainment, and Cayman making things a lot harder for promoters to put on entertainment here. Yes, we have our local DJs, and I think DJ Craig is one of the local DJs that'll be playing at least at the rodeo event, right? At the Friday night event at the Wharf, right? So I know that there's one of our local DJs. We love our local DJs. I also love getting the guest DJs in as well. So it's definitely a treat. I want to know, so we can't touch on that because I don't have the time to ask you about, how that's affecting business and logistics going forward. That would be a great thing to talk about, but only got about a minute. So I want to know, where can people get their tickets? That's a big piece of information we got to get out.
The website is Cayman HBCU Weekend. We have all the tickets listed up there, and I think the fee is cents. I don't even think it's dollars. So all the ticket prices are in U.S.
You mean to buy the service fee?
Yeah, I think the service fee is in cents. I don't even think it's more than $1 or $2. But
that's great, because I can't figure out why it's $5 for me to pay a service fee online to buy a ticket where it's supposed to be convenient. And yes, your 2-ticket online operators here in Cayman, I am directly speaking to you. So it's crazy. So thank you for taking that fee and keeping it really, really low, because it's hard for us as patrons to keep paying unnecessary fees, per se. So thank you.
And I would prefer tickets to be bought in advance, but I understand if you don't. We will have a card machine at the door if you want to come to the door.
Oh, perfect.
We will not have a card machine for the dinner. So if anybody wants to come to the dinner, please buy those tickets now, because it's a matter of preparing the food and everything like that.
Okay.
So when we give them numbers, they can have everything prepared. That's the one event. Please buy in advance if you're going to attend.
Okay.
So we won't have to turn you away and say that we don't have the food and everything prepared for you to come out that night.
Any number for people to call as well, or?
You can call me at 326-4510, 326-4510.
Or visit www.caymanhbcuweekend.com.
caymanhbcuweekend.com.
Okay, perfect. We got to end the show right here. But I know I'm going to get my tickets for the dinner, and I'll be there on Friday night. I already told everybody I'll be at the club tonight. I guess I'm overextending myself. I'm going to go to the 9 a.m. headline news. And right after the news, I'm very excited to be speaking with our new Miss Universe Cayman Islands.
We are Radio Cayman.
Covering Cayman Right, Little Cayman, and Grand Cayman.
1 in a million. From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines. Local, regional, international news.
The headline news is brought to you by Kirk Market and Health Services Authority.
The Water Authority says unauthorized emails are being sent from a company address, attempting to have recipients open a suspicious email attachment called Water Port Authority Agreement Revised PDF. This is not legit, and the Water Authority IT department is investigating and, quote, taking appropriate measures to ensure the continued security of its systems and customer information. In international news, President Donald Trump has said the landmark nuclear deal between the U.S. and Saudi Arabia is dependent on Riyadh joining the Abraham Accords, which recognize the State of Israel. Posting on Truth Social, Trump wrote, quote, "The nuclear deal, there will be no enrichment of material, which pertains only to non-military use, will be approved, but it is totally subject to Saudi Arabia joining the very respected and successful Abraham Accord." His remarks come after criticism from experts that the deal could run the risk of future nuclear proliferation in an already unstable region. Saudi Arabia has previously said it would not recognize Israel without the establishment of a Palestinian state. And the co-founder of Hugging Face, a technology startup that was hacked after some of OpenAI's most advanced artificial intelligence models went rogue, says the incident is a, quote, wake-up call for the industry. Thomas Wolfe told BBC's Newsday radio program that, quote, this will be one of the most common types of cyber attacks we see, but that most firms are not aware that the, quote, game has changed. The ChatGPT maker said on Tuesday that its AI models broke out of a secure test environment during a trial and launched a cyber attack. The firm said the incident was, quote, unprecedented and that it was conducting an investigation with Hugging Face. AI agents are able to operate alone to accomplish tasks after human instruction. Those are your headlines. I'm Karsley Fuller.
More news available at www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
Your Cayman Islands Health Services Authority has been the national healthcare provider of the Cayman Islands for many generations. We have elevated our level of care to ensure you, our patients, have the best possible experience. We offer better access to care close to home with the most locations on all 3 islands, delivering a full range of primary, secondary, tertiary, and emergency care. HSA is a JCI accredited organization, and we are committed to caring for you.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
The Buzz with your host, Kathy Miller.
Welcome back to The Buzz. I'm your host, Kathy Miller. And on this segment of the show, I'm very happy to be welcoming our newly crowned Miss Universe Cayman Islands 2026, Juliana Myers. Welcome to the show, Juliana.
Thank you so much for having me.
No problem at all. How are you doing? This is our first time meeting.
I know, right?
Which they should do that to us. Hello. I got to meet these ladies ahead of time. But I'm very happy to be meeting you. I saw a little bit of the pageant online through some of the videos. And I think what stunned me yesterday was I realized when I saw you in your gown, your beautiful red gown, I didn't realize that you had like another piece over that gown, almost like a cloak per se on the dress.
Yes.
Please describe that to me, because I just saw it yesterday and I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't see this part, in the show. So
that was something that actually came after the fact, because I got my dress in Miami and I just wanted something to spruce it up a little bit, which is where I made the decision to get a cape and do a dress reveal, which is something I knew I always wanted to do, but I wasn't sure if I was going to do it. And I finally made the decision to have it made. So it was made here by Becky's Closet, and on stage I did the reveal, which was really fun.
Oh, I have to see that video now when you came out in that dress and did the reveal, because I only saw the final red dress.
Right.
But it looked, when I saw the cape, it looked very intriguing and it was beautifully done.
Yes.
So I like that. That's not how I intended to start this interview process right here. But here we are. It's how we began. So take us back to that night. So it was just,
ooh.
Yeah, not that long ago.
No, it wasn't.
Not the Saturday we just had, the Saturday before. It was at Pedro.
Yes.
I was just thinking it must have been so hot.
Thankfully they had us in the back room.
Good.
So we weren't as hot as everyone else. But even my mom's hair was all frizzed up. So I'm sure the guests had a bit of the heat and humidity, but luckily the contestants were all good.
Oh, thankfully. That's good. So what was the night like? Describe it to us.
It was full of energy. I remember first starting off the night, it was overwhelming to the point where I wanted to cry, but happy tears, not anything out of nervousness or sadness. I just knew deep down there was so much in store for me, and I was excited for that to come to life. But I was also sad that the journey with my pageant sisters was ending. So it was definitely a lot of mixed emotions, and I'm thankful that they give us a lot of time to change that night, which was really great. And we had so much fun during our dances as well as our individual routines. So it was such a great energy-filled night, like I said.
Okay, nice. Now you're representing the district of West Bay.
Correct.
Which is like the first district that I pretty much moved to. And I like to say I still have my West Bay passport. I love West Bay. So what does it mean for you to be repping West Bay? What kind of a presence do you want to have in West Bay as Miss Universe Cayman Islands?
Well, I think when all of us think of West Bay, we think of timeless, we think of our older Caymanians, and that is where so much of our culture is based. So when I started this journey, I would say that West Bay was the heart of Cayman, because that's where you have all the older ones with the kind hearts. I believe that in West Bay, that's where you find true Cayman kind, and I'm here to embody that.
Okay, nice. Now, for the community initiatives that are close to your heart, the things that you're going to be part of, the nonprofits that you're going to be helping out, can you tell us about that? Because I never interviewed before, so I don't know what your platform is, what you'll be going forward representing as Miss Universe Cayman Islands.
Well, my platform is youth empowerment, and all the time I say it's something that was in my blood from the very beginning. I witnessed my parents growing up going to the Boys and Girls Home, running the after-school skateboard program. So I saw a lot of it, and through my own journey of getting into real estate at 19, I realized the true need and importance for youth empowerment in our community. So I have taken the initiative to go to schools. I do one-on-one mentoring as well as group presentations. I've gone to summer camps doing group presentations as well. And most recently, I have joined in on the Island House, which is a local nonprofit that has kids that are pretty much at-risk youth, which are referrals from public schools through the ages of 11 to 17. And through the summer, as well as the rest of the year, they help them with life skills such as financial literacy, Toastmasters, entrepreneurial skills, and so much more.
That's really great.
Yes,
That's
it is.
a great nonprofit to be a part of.
Absolutely.
So when you're looking at youth empowerment, because you're still a young woman yourself, what do you think the youth need the most that could be missing for them right now, or that they need that gap just to be filled a little bit more?
Well, it was something that I had an issue with as well, and that is the feeling of no one believing in you, unfortunately. And I made a difficult decision to leave college halfway through my business admin degree. And through that, I had my parents telling me, you need to go finish your degree. That's what everyone was telling me. And I said, you know what? I know what I have in store for myself. I trust myself and I believe in myself. And it often felt like I was the only person that believed in myself and my dreams. And I think our youth would really benefit from the community, teachers, parents, as well as everyone around them, having some confidence in them, not just encouraging them to find stability and comfort, but also reaching for the stars.
I like that. I love the fact that you said it. I mean, it matters when people don't believe in you, but the stronghold was that you believed in yourself more.
Yes.
That was the deeper conviction. You believed in yourself more. And I do find it very interesting that you were like, no, I'm going to stop my university degree halfway through. So what prompted that? What made you do that?
Well, I got to the point where I was just like, you know what, I'm not having fun here. I feel like I'm not learning because I have no interest in paying attention. And I knew my heart lay somewhere else. I always saw the glitz and glamour of real estate, but beyond that, I had a close family friend to me that was in real estate that unfortunately passed away. So it was a way of me honoring his legacy. And also stepping into real estate is just not only empowering myself through being a young entrepreneur, but setting the example for other young Caymanians that anything you put your mind to, you can do.
At 19, stepping into real estate. That's very impressive.
Yes.
Huge growing industry.
Absolutely.
I think it was 2020, end of 2020 or 2021? I can't remember the year now. I think it was end of 2020 that Cayman just reached over $1 billion in real estate sales, which was historic for us. We've never reached that.
Yeah.
So, and then we see a lot more Caymanians entering the real estate market. Now we know that there's certain legislation that's
Yes.
going to be making it only for Caymanians to be in the market. It's a very competitive market. Did you ever at all feel like people, especially starting at 19, that they weren't going to take you serious because you're 19? What do you know about buying a home?
I know.
And being on your feet, at such a young, you know what I mean?
Yes. And I would often find myself comparing myself to other agents that have been in the industry for as long as I've been alive, which I often have to stop myself and say, I can't keep doing that. I do have goals for myself, but I can't compare myself to people that have been in this industry as long as I've been alive. And in the beginning, everyone told me, it's a dog-eat-dog world. And I was like, okay, yeah, whatever, sure. And I can say I definitely found that out for myself. So I have gained a lot of learning experience through that. There's been many lessons. And through real estate, it has been amazing.
I think that's really amazing. Very brave of you. A huge first step to take. So I think that's pretty cool. You're following something that your heart was set on, that you knew you could do, that you were also trying to honor somebody that was close to you and your family and what they did in their career. So that who I'm sure definitely inspired you as well. So
absolutely.
And one of the key things, as I said, that stuck out to me is when you said you believe in yourself more than anything, more than anybody else out there. That is such a key thing to have. I think that's a really hard thing to do.
Yes.
I can even tell you at my age right now, it'll flutter. It'll be like, okay, I can do it or I can't do it. I can do it, I can't. So when people are struggling with believing in themselves and trusting themselves, what advice would you give them?
It's all about being determined and being disciplined, because when it comes down to motivation, everyone thinks that, you need to be motivated in order to complete a goal or reach your dreams. But motivation runs out. It's here and there. So it's all about being disciplined, determined, and having your mind set to what you want. And as long as you have that goal in sight, then it's tunnel vision.
It is. That's awesome. Yes, and you said some words that I absolutely can't stick to, which is discipline. But you're right. Motivation comes and goes. And this is through every era of life and in career, in relationship and personal goals. Motivation will come and go, but it really is that discipline that you're putting through to make something happen for yourself. That's a lesson that we continuously need to have repeated to us. So I think it's awesome that at such a young age, you knew that and you're applying that in life. We're going to take a real quick break right now. But when we come back, I want to hear about your plans in this next year as Miss Universe Cayman Islands.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
We have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future.
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance
or protecting your family's household investment.
From our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center.
Specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise at Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
Not sure where you fit in tech? Pathways in Tech by Enterprise Cayman can help you find your route. Whether you're interested in project management, computer support, or network systems, this program helps individuals explore practical, career-focused skills for real opportunities in Cayman's tech and innovation sector. It's beginner-friendly, job-relevant, special economic zone connected, and scholarships are available. Your path in tech starts here. Visit enterprisecayman.ky to apply today.
Hello, Cayman! Are you ready for a night of pure fun? Miss Teen Skate Night is officially happening.
That's right. Mark your calendars for Friday, July 24th from 6 to 10 p.m. at King Sports Center.
Come out, lace up your skates, and hit the rink with your favorite contestants. Bring your own skate shoes if you have them, but don't worry if you don't. King Sports Center got you covered.
We'll be gliding and grooving to the greatest hits spun live by the one and only DJ Lano.
After weeks of intense training, we cannot wait to unwind, network, and connect with our amazing community. If you don't know how to skate, we'll be there to teach you. It's going to be loads of fun.
Trust me, this is a night you won't want to miss. Pay $10 to enter and make some new connections.
We'll see you on the rink, Cayman.
The Buzz with your host, Kathy Miller.
Welcome back to The Buzz. I'm your host, Kathy Miller, and in studio, we have the newly crowned Miss Universe Cayman Islands 2026, Juliana Myers. We were just hearing a little bit about her background, her mindset, and now I want to know what is in store for Miss Universe Cayman. Juliana, let us know. What do you have in store for Cayman in this next year? Things that the initiatives that you have to be part of, the goals that you want to get done in the community.
So there's goals for everything I want to do locally as well as overseas. And locally, my biggest goal is to make the biggest impact and difference that I possibly can make through all of my initiatives, still going into schools, which is great because we're partnered up with the Department of Education. So I'll be going back around to all of the schools, which I absolutely love because the kids have always asked, when I'm coming back. So I'm glad that I will be back and see all of their lovely faces. And through that, I want them to believe in themselves and know that I believe in them. So we have more young Caymanians chasing their dreams. And internationally, I'm going to Puerto Rico in November for the Miss Universe competition. I'm so excited. I can't wait. And I'm so glad that it's in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, me too. I'm very happy for you.
Yeah. And one thing I said in my judge's interview that is still something in my heart is I'm not here to be just to be Miss Cayman, but I'm here to be the next Miss Universe.
Oh.
So I'm going for that crown.
Okay, I like that. What do you think it's going to really take to get there?
Everything. I know that it will take so much out of me physically, mentally, and emotionally. And between now and November, it's just about getting everything prepared and getting my mindset especially prepared for that.
What are the preparations like? What do you have to do? Take us through that. If you know yet, I'm sure it's been piling on for you still.
So we're still in the midst of scheduling training, but it ranges from one runway to speech training, public speaking training. I'm sure that also includes PR, public relations, how I handle myself publicly, especially with all of the bloggers in Puerto Rico that will be there, as well as being in the gym. And I think most importantly for me, going to therapy and ensuring my mental health is in the best place possible to ensure I can represent Cayman with all of my being.
You know, you just said something that no other queen has said to me, which is about going to therapy and making sure you're taking care of your mental health. I think that is such a huge thing that you said, because we take care of our body, we try to take care of our nutrition, we'll be disciplined that way, but are we taking care of our mental? And it's mental health, just like there's physical health. It's not mental illness, it's mental health. Mm-hmm. What are we doing best to support our minds? And from such a young age, from you absolutely having no problem to say this, feeling no stigma about it and being like, yeah, I'm going to go to therapy and make sure my mind is right, make sure I'm okay, because it's going to take so much focus for you. You're going to have so many different challenges, different people in your head, all sorts of different voices that you're going to have to say no and still learn how to trust yourself and stay on the trajectory that you have for yourself. So I think it's so wonderful that you shared that about the therapy part of you in how it's going to help your preparations to be going after that Miss Universe title, which, as you said, you're not just here to be Miss Universe Cayman Islands, but Miss Universe, period.
Yeah.
So I really like that. I think that's awesome. Is there any favorite part about the preparation for you?
Ooh, I would say just the appearances and being involved in the community is something that is a necessity for me while I'm here and throughout the process leading up to November. And it has been so fun going to different events, getting to know other people, and being able to connect with my community so they know the person that is representing them on that international stage.
Okay. Now, take us to the Miss Cayman, the Miss Universe Cayman competition, because it's just a few months really that you guys have for prep, right?
About 6 weeks.
Yeah. It used to be just a few months. Now
Yes.
6 weeks. Come on, we got to get you longer than 6 weeks. 6 weeks is a very short window. That's a lot of pressure right there. Yes, Dawn, I'm looking at you to be like, can we work on longer than 6 weeks here? Okay, that's I feel you. That's a very short period. When you decided you were going to enter Miss Cayman, when did this thought come into your head, and what did you think you needed to have taken care of or have accomplished for you to be able to cinch this title?
I knew I wanted to be Miss Cayman for a while, deep down. I would always play with the thought, really, but this year, again, I just knew deep down it was my year. And from the very beginning, I knew there would be challenges. And to be honest with you, I applied at the very last minute.
But you always knew you wanted this.
And then I saw the application, I was playing around with it, and I was like, you know what, I have to do it because I know if I go after it, I'm going to get it.
Ooh, I like it. Winning is habit with this lady. Okay, I like it.
Yeah, so...
But why did you decide this year was the year that you were going to attend?
I could just be lit.
Okay.
There was no specific thought that came across as to why I specifically wanted to go this year. I actually applied in 2023. I was freshly 18, so I'm glad that didn't work out because I feel like I was too immature. But since then, I've had some years of growth, so I'm glad that I did it, especially at 21.
Okay, awesome. Was there a second part of that question that I asked you? What did you think you had to get done and make sure was accomplished in order for you to be able to cinch this title? Like knowing I got to work on these things. This is what it's going to take for me to win the title locally. What were those things?
Well, this is a journey of self-development, so I knew that I didn't need to have everything together and all my ducks in a row. As I said, it was a last-minute decision for me, so it was a bit tricky at first, and I did often feel unprepared, but throughout the journey, the most important thing for me was finding who I was authentically and being able to own every single part of me so I could stand on that stage and stand internationally confident within myself.
Okay. Are there parts of you that you know that you need to develop the most in order to be able to get as far ahead as you can in this next step of the journey, which is the Miss Universe competition?
I feel like I'm well-rounded, but one of my biggest weaknesses right now is definitely the fashion sense and style around everything. So we're going to do some shopping and work on some outfits to ensure I look very stylish, not only overseas, but around Cayman.
Yes. How would you describe your personal sense of style and fashion?
Very relaxed.
Very relaxed. Okay.
Yes.
I think most importantly when you do go and you're doing these shopping trips and all the rest is that you feel the best in what you're wearing because it's you wearing it. There could be somebody saying, this looks great and this is trendy. And I'm going to just say it. I've seen some outfits that we are like, why did they dress her in that? So trust your instinct. You know what you're going to feel best in because you're the one who has to carry that outfit
yes,
out and represent. And we know how we feel when we're wearing something that looks absolutely amazing on us. So I'm sure you're gonna do well. That you're gonna develop your sense of fashion as well as it comes because you're gonna be having so many different outfits and people coming to you, and you're gonna be able to play around a lot, which is really really cool.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for you for that part. There's gonna be a lot of travel involved. So when you're thinking about different destinations, I know Puerto Rico we're excited for. I'm excited for you for that. It's gonna be so much fun. Is there any other destination that you're looking forward to, or any kind of travel experiences that you might know are coming up for you?
I know I'll definitely be going to BRAC for the BRAC trip, I believe in the first quarter or second quarter of next year, which is really fun. I've only been through transit and I have been to Little Cayman, but it is time for me to go to BRAC, see what they have to offer, and I'm so excited to get to know my country better.
Wow, you haven't really spent much time in the BRAC.
No.
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, you're going to have a blast. You're going to have a blast. That's awesome. That's good. You're going to make your mark in the BRAC too. Okay, cool. How do you think this pageant has changed you personally?
Well, personally, as I said, the biggest thing for me was being authentic and finding who I truly was. And when it comes to being confident in yourself, you have to go over all aspects, some which you are not proud of or feel some sort of shame towards. And it is hard to put your ego aside and say, okay, you know what, I need to own this in order to stand there and be 100% confident in myself. So I would say that has been the most difficult part.
How do you put your ego aside? If people are struggling with that, what would your advice to them be in order to build that confidence?
Sometimes you just, I'm not going to say you have to sit down before you stand up, but you really need to break things apart to be able to rebuild better.
Okay, I like that. We got a comment that came in through WhatsApp, and it says, we just saw a confirmed date from Miss Universe, which is the 24th of November.
Well, Ms. Donna actually told me just now that it has not been confirmed by the Miss Universe director.
The message came from her saying they just got it now. So the 24th of November is your date for Miss Universe in Puerto Rico.
Oh,
now you have a definite date that you know what to.
Okay, great.
To look forward
I'm
to.
excited.
That's pretty amazing. That's going to be fun. Wow, that's going to be really, really fun. Now, I know girls do different things. I've seen the different Miss Universe Cayman Islands queens. I've seen them do different approaches, whether they're getting a runway coach from maybe a different country, the speech coaches, which I know you're working with with Toastmasters. Is there anybody that you're looking to work with in particular to help you, whether it might be runway, whether it might be the dress designs, anything like that for this pageant?
At the moment, no one in particular. It's still something that we're taking a look at because it has only been a week.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely something to think about. But I would say one of my biggest mentors through this whole journey has definitely been Reagan Ruddy.
Awesome.
And she has been a huge help to me throughout all of this.
Oh, nice. Yay, Reagan. I remember having her on the show as well. So it was great to have her on. So I'm glad that she has been a help and an inspiration or motivation to you as well. Somebody you can lean on, which you need.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really, really great. I know that there's so many more questions I could ask. I wish you the best in your journey, and hopefully we can hear from you before you have to leave
for
of course. Miss Universe, which is now going to be on November 24th in Puerto Rico. Any last words that you would like to leave with our listeners right now?
Cayman, I can't wait to represent you on the international stage, and not only internationally, but across all 3 islands. In my answer, I said, it's not only my district of West Bay, but we're going all the way to Stake Bay and Cayman Brac. So I'm your Miss Cayman Islands Universe Queen, and I look forward to vying for that crown and hopefully bringing it home.
Wonderful. I think you have said so many beautiful words. You were very confident. I love to see it. I love your openness, and just you're easy to talk to. And you have your sights set on some great goals, and I can see this. So keep that belief in yourself, keep that confidence going, and share it, because it will resonate in other people, and that's a beautiful thing when you can do that.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Best of luck to you in this next year, and to everybody hanging out with us on the Buzz this morning. I'll be back with you on Talk Today this afternoon. It'll be 5 hours of talk for me today. And I'm going to be touching on affordable housing later on this afternoon. So I know I keep saying on the Buzz I'm going to be talking about that, but Talk Today is going to get that discussion later on. All right. Have a good next couple hours until I'm back with you at 12:15.
The Buzz is proudly sponsored by Cayman Insurance Center, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services. And Kirk Market. Experience a world of choice. And Cayman Enterprise City, Cayman's innovation hub. Discover your opportunity at enterprisecayman.ky.
Radio Cayman, serving the island.